Welcome to LifePoint TV. This is Pastor Del Phillipson, your host for LifePoint, your path to real life. Well, we're going to wrap up our study series dealing with when God is present, understanding the benefit, the spiritual gain and that we have because God is present, because He's with us. We've been studying this from the book of Exodus, chapter 33, our foundation verses 14 and 15 there. But I want to just close with where we left off in our previous broadcast in the 23rd Psalm, using this psalm as an illustration of God's presence. I believe that the testimony of David is very valid in helping to illustrate how our condition, how our circumstance is greatly enhanced when God is present. So we began with that section in the 23rd Psalms where it says, although we walk through the valley and the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Because thou art with me. Man, you need to underline that verse in your life. No matter what opposition you are facing, there is the assurance that God is with us. We will stand, we will have things that will stand against us, but we need to stand up and maintain our stand, knowing that He is with us. Thou art with me. Then it goes on to expand on the power of God's presence with us. He says, and thy rod and thy staff, they do what? They comfort me. The rod and staff is the necessary tool, the instrument of the shepherd, the great shepherd. In this psalm, David has already acknowledged that God is his shepherd. That is the personal relationship that you and I must develop with God, understanding, recognizing that the Lord is my shepherd. Because he is our shepherd, the shepherd is responsible for feeding, for leading, and protecting what belongs to him. We are his sheep, the sheep of his pasture. We belong to the shepherd. Here is the benefit of God being present with us. Not only does he fortify us in our ability to stand against evil, against opposition, but his rod and his staff, they comfort us. Give us comfort. Allow us to find our place of comfort in an uncomfortable situation. Oh, I like that. Allow us to know that we are not alone. We are comforted in the fact that God is with us. And so no matter what opposition I'm facing, I am comforted because his rod, watch this, and his staff, they are with me. They comfort me. I am allowed to feel comfortable even when my circumstance and my environment is disrupted, because God's rod, the rod is used as the guiding tool. The rod is used to keep us on track. So even when I'm in a place of discomfort, I'm in a place where I'm being spiritually or even literally harassed, when I'm in a place where I feel out of place, God is able to keep me on the right path. His rod keeps me steady so that I don't get away from his call, his purpose. Regardless of how my environment changes around me, God's rod will keep me steady, keep me focused on what he's called me to do. And his staff, the rod and staff, is a unique instrument. It's one and the same. And there's one part of the instrument that's used for guiding, for direction, to keep us on the straight and narrow. And then the other part, the staff, is used to rescue us. Oh, I like that, because the truth that we all need to recognize is there are circumstances in life where we need God to rescue us, to bring us back in if we get out of the way, to rescue us from the danger, the harm that would try to consume us. That staff is also used to defend us, to fight off the enemy, the opposition that will come against us. So David says, I'm comforted. in the fact that I know God will keep me steady with his rod, that he will rescue me with his staff. So in his presence, I fear no evil. Thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. I want you to embrace God's commitment to be with you, to keep you steady, keep you focused, to rescue you when we need him most. That's God's commitment to you and I today. God bless you. This is Pastor Dale encouraging you to stay on the path that leads to real life.